to have this on your desk by July 4th? You think you're going to get it in that timing?
I don't know. I mean, I can't tell you that. I hate to say yes. I'd like to say yes, but the problem is if we're 2 days late or 5 days late, everybody says, oh, you had a tremendous failure. Whatever it is, as long as we have it, it's very important. If we don't have it, there's a 68% tax increase. If we don't have it, you know, the debt ceiling extension is very important. They gave a debt ceiling, the Republicans gave a debt ceiling because of the importance of doing it. They did that for the good of the country, and Republicans voted for that. They did a big favor. I don't know that I would have done it, to be honest with you, but whatever, they did a favor. Now the Democrats won't do that favor back. In other words, you don't want to violate your debt covenants, so they gave, you know what I'm saying, they gave this 4 months early. It was due on September 28th, right before the election. A group of Republicans got together and said, you know what, this is so serious, we should do this for the good of the country. I understand that. Now it's their turn to do it, and they won't do it. There are a lot of bad people in the Democrat Party.
How are you going to deal with the $9 trillion that's coming due this year?
Just turn it over. Oh, well, let me tell you that we're going to do it this way. We're going to turn it over short term because we have a stupid person at the Fed. If he would lower the rates, but I don't want to have to pay for 10 years debt at a higher rate. And then when you get somebody into the Fed who's going to be able to lower the rates, we should be at 1% or 2%. You know, if you look at Switzerland, they're the lowest right now. They're much less than 1 point. And frankly, we should be there too, because without the United States, the whole world doesn't work.
And you've teased a couple of names. You said you have a couple of people in mind as a successor to Jay Powell.
They'll all be good, yeah.
But you're not going to do that right now. So why do that? Just to put more pressure on him to come in?
People that know, because reporters ask me, I mean, you have other names? I say, yeah, I do. Anybody but Bell.
And would it be Kevin Moore?
He's a bad person. Yeah. Kevin is very talented, but I don't know if it's going to be him, but he's a very talented guy. He wouldn't be doing what Powell is.
Mr. President, I think I know your priorities in the big, beautiful bill. I mean, obviously, you want to get the tax cuts extended, and you've got other tax cuts.
The other things, though, takes care of the border. There's also no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
But I've spoken to a few senators, and they've gotten together, like Rick Scott and Ron Johnson and Mike Lee. And, you know, Rick Scott's worried about the overall cost, and Mike Lee is worried about the Inflation Reduction Act. And, you know,
yeah, the Inflation Reduction Act is what caused a lot of problems.
So why don't you just take that out?
It was the Biden administration.
Why are there still green subsidies in there?
I'm all for that. I think we shouldn't be giving money to all of these scams. But what happened is some of them have been started, like projects, and if you stop it, it's in the middle. So I understand that too, and people work there, and they're, you know, working there, and they're from the district of a congressman or a senator. But no, the Inflation Reduction Act was another Biden scam. And when I say Biden, it's not Biden. It was